Alright, welcome everybody to the second episode of the
Last
Call
Podcast.
Yeah.
Alright, so our first topic of the night is least favorite drinks to make as bartenders. And then Ollie will pipe in on a different aspect of drinks.
My least favorite drink to make isn't necessarily because of the drink itself. It's the fact that the ingredients for it are scattered throughout every part of our bar. So every time everybody's running in, I have to run and grab them all. And that's a Sazerac. Sazerac's very similar to an old fashioned, but it uses a different type of bitters. It uses Peychaud's bitters and then absinthe rinse. So you have to go grab the absinthe.
Absinthe smells
So it's in itself, it's not terrible to make, but it's just a pain to go grab all the different ingredients when you're getting your butt kicked making all the drinks. But
that's true. My least favorite drink to make is an amaretto sour. We at our bar put egg whites in it for the froth on the top, and I just never can crack the egg correctly. I have to go through at least two every time I make one. It has 0.5 egg white in it, so you can get 2 or 3 out of one egg, but it also has egg white, so it'll just and go all into the drink.
And then you have to start over.
I don't have to start over because I measure it in the jigger, but it's hard to separate. So yeah, it's just a pain in the butt. And when you're getting your ass kicked, it just doesn't help. So not my favorite, but they're good. Not my favorite.
I'm gonna order one next time I go out.
Just kidding.
Too basic.
Well, what's your least favorite non-alcoholic drink to make?
Most least favorite. I don't like giving coffee because we just don't have coffee out like that sometimes. And then I have to go and get the bag out.
You have to brew the whole batch?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And then, I pour them 1 cup and that's it.
So you're a whole pot.
Yeah, literally.
That's fair.
That's about it.
At 9 p.m.
Yeah, 9 p.m.
And they're like, it's cold.
We don't
yeah.
have it. Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. So, next topic, I guess. Are you ready? Also, I'm leading. I don't know why I'm leading. Do you, when you take orders, do you write stuff down? Do you memorize it? Do you go directly to the computer? Yes.
I try definitely over 4. 4 or more, I write it down every single time. If it's 2 people, I won't really, but I try to write it down just because I feel there's so many things that can stop you on your way to getting it into the computer, and then poof, it's gone. And you're like, hey, I forgot your entire order. Want to retell me?
Yeah, that's embarrassing. I'm no, I'm not doing that.
I'm kind of the same way. At the bar top, I'll not write it down more than if I'm serving. If I'm serving, I write it down every time, whether it's a 2 top, 4 top, 6, 8, 10, 12. Just because I feel also people feel better when they see you writing it down.
Oh, yeah.
It'll come out wrong.
I've heard that before too.
Yeah. And I don't know, I was trying to think the other day about if I feel better if they're writing it down.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really care, just because I know that I can do both, so I figure if you're not writing it down, you can do it.
Yeah, I mean,
But yeah, I literally have had tables ask me, or bar top guests, are you gonna write this down? Well, now I feel like I need to.
I don't really. I do write them down because I will forget the minute I walk away and someone asks me something So it's better to have it written down because I'm not gonna go back and ask, to be honest, and then I'm gonna guess and see what they. I'm not gonna go back and be like, wait.
You get a whole rotisserie chicken.
I'm gonna be like, wait, I feel like he said this, so I'm gonna put it in and hope it's right.
Cross your fingers.
Okay, yeah. It hasn't happened a lot. And then sometimes when I do write it down, they do it too fast and I barely read it and I already remember. So I didn't need to, but I still do just in case.
I was gonna say even when I write it down, half the time I won't look back.
Exactly.
I'm just
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that as well? Your handwriting in your book.
Oh gosh.
Oh my
Chicken
gosh.
scratch.
Mine is bad
It is
too.
so chicken scratch. He uses 1 page for the entire shift.
Honestly, for the whole shift.
The whole shift.
I'll get the corners. I'll draw little squares and square off the corner right in the corner.
It's ridiculous.
I'm gonna bring one in to show you guys sometime.
Yeah.
But
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
We should all bring a paper and next episode just watch.
Yeah, just watch. It's gonna start with just a page.
I did a challenge to myself that how bad my handwriting could get and me still read it.
Oh my god.
Like, go back like an hour later and be like, what did I write there? And see if I can still read it.
I do abbreviate everything. Like, chicken is CHKN, French fries is FF, sweet fries is SWTFF. So, like, I'll shorten things, but, like, not to his extent. Like, B, burger.
Oh wow, just one letter for.
I'll do more than one letter. Like,
He's like, yeah, no.
it'll be like a B and then like whatever the other, like if it's like jalapenos, like BJ, like for jalapeno.
Yeah, I mean, I use like a whole paper too. Like, I'll use it all until there's nothing left. And I'll like write scribbly. Sometimes if I'm in a rush, I'll overlap them and I'll still somehow read it.
What?
It's really bad, but I mean.
See, I'm more of like a 2 orders and done next sheet. I like to spread them out.
Well, part of the reason I do it, like I do, because I'll flip my book open and they're already talking, so I'm like, well, I have, I've got to find a space for it. That's what usually happens.
Whenever I go up and I'm like, are you guys ready to order? They'll say yes and then immediately start talking. I'm like,
yeah.
For real.
That's fair. So, moving, like, kind of segueing. Oh.
I was going to say, not like, in, like, kind of related. Like, people ordering fast, or the opposite, people ordering fast. Be like, you ready? And they're like, yeah. And then they continue reading, and you're like...
I start doodling.
Yeah,
well, I do.
literally.
I start doodling. I'm like, and I'm sorry. And I'm like, nope, it's great.
And I wonder
but I'm looking at the 50 other things I have to do.
Literally. I wonder if they think, like, when they're not ordering and we're just, like, writing stuff down, like...
What we're doing.
Yeah, what we're doing.
Oh, I don't write stuff down. I'll also just stare at them.
I do.
We start ordering.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
like, you said you're ready. I thought you were ready. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
I wonder if that makes them feel more awkward or less awkward.
No, take your time ordering. No rush.
Right.
When you say you're ready, I'm gonna think you're ready to start talking. So.
And I'm too much of an awkward person to walk away, so we're sharing the moment together.
It's funny.
It's so awkward. I'm like,
you're just like, okay, whenever you're ready.
I wrote 12 flowers.
No, whole bouquet.
Yeah, I finished the whole bouquet.
When they go too fast, like, I'll be like, okay. And I'll be like, okay, and I'm still writing down the last one.
Oh,
I'm like, okay.
That's when I really will do me for a
Yeah, I'm trying to go at your pace. Like, okay, just give it to me and I'll try my best.
Right.
No, yeah, finishing this one, that person's halfway through there, you're like...
Yeah.
Do you repeat orders back to guests?
Right when they order, yeah.
You do?
So I'll be like, they want a Southwest burger, okay. Fries, okay. And then if they're like a salad with no chicken, I'll be like, salad with no chicken.
So you do it as they order?
Yeah, as they order. I don't do it after because I feel like that's too much.
Do you do it?
But
sometimes. I don't think I really do usually, actually. The only time I'll do it is like if they order something that's like similar on a menu, like could be I'll be like, did you mean this or this?
Yeah.
But like if it's pretty straightforward thing, I usually don't.
I did that, but then I've also started because of...
If I'm not writing it down, I'll repeat it back. If I'm memorizing it, I'll repeat it back always.
I did that, like what she does, and then I have recently started because of the changes in like rules and stuff. I read them back every time now.
Yeah, that's fair.
And they say yes every time. I mean, I haven't gotten that confident in a minute, but
yeah,
I just read it back because like also with that, like if I'm confused on what they want, they'll like correct it in that. So I feel better with that instead of being like, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Which we know you like to do.
I do.
I'm just kidding.
I'm not gonna lie. But
I'm not gonna lie.
But I haven't like messed up and where they're like, this is not my order or like.
Well, that's good.
Hey, that's a win.
Yeah.
I'll say that's a win.
I mean, I'm just good at that guessing, I guess. I'm good at
I think you remember it more than you think. Like,
yeah.
It's like, yeah.
That's fair.
It's not that hard.
Now, our next topic is actually big tops, so it kind of slides into it really well. How do you start big tops? Like, if you have a 12 top, sit down. What was your first step?
So we have water balls we put out. So like, I'll usually place them, and as I'm like placing, I'll be like, "Hey, how you guys doing? My name's Josh." Like, all that, and then I'll go to like the first person and see if they're ready to get drinks started. If they say yes, then like I'll just start going down the table. If they say no, then like I basically go based off the first person. Like if they're not ready, then like I'm gonna assume the whole table's not ready. If they're ready, then
yeah. I try with big tops if I like know they're getting sat. I try to set the water bottles first and then like let them have a few minutes. to get ready, and then I'll go over and see if they're ready for drinks. If I can't do that, then I'll do the same thing. I'll put water bottles down, introduce myself, ask the first person if they're ready. Or I'll say, like, are you guys ready? If it's, like, the corner booth where, like, you can talk to everybody,
Yeah.
I'll talk to everybody. But if it's, like, a big top, yeah, like, it's, like, 12 top, then I'll ask the first 2 people at the edge of the table, and if they're not, I'll come back. Or I'll leave and I'll come back.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going down there. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I got 3 drinks out of 12.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So we don't have water bottles at our place, so I just give them a minute, then I'll go get their drinks. I'll be like, oh, so I ask, I'm like, is it all together, all separate? So I could get like them ready to like go, you know, when
That's
you start.
something I should do.
So you get like who's with who beforehand,
Yeah.
so you can like,
Well, no, I'll get their drinks, and then before they order, I'll be like, so is it all together or separate? Because I don't really care about the drinks. I just care about their ticket, like their food together.
You can also look and like see who it's from.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, they got that.
Yeah, so I get their drinks, and then they have that time to look at the menu. Then I drop their drinks off, and I'm like, are you guys ready? I usually try to find like the head of the table. I'll be like, you know, like there's always that one person that's in
like
charge.
like,
yeah.
That's true. So I'll try to find them, and then I'll be like, are you guys ready? And they'll be like, are you guys ready?
Oh, you use
Yell
that
at
to
the
communicate?
Yeah.
You'd be like, yeah, you keep communicating.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm like, okay, period. So that works.
That's fair.
Yeah.
There really is. And honestly, usually they're at the front of the table. It's kind of weird how that works out.
Right?
My dad always would make himself sit at the head of the table, shout out. He'd be like, I'm sitting at the head.
Shout out. Hello, Josh's dad.
From like, this is like,
I know.
this is not like,
I catch myself now too.
this is not a bad thing. This is just me like being overly annoyed. But when I bartend and it's a big top and like 2 show up and they order alcohol drinks and like as I'm finishing them, 2 more show up and that order comes through and it's like 2, 4, not like all at once. I'm like, oh, but obviously there's no helping. Like everyone's gonna come in separate times. But I'm just like, ah.
This is just a side question. What's the most tickets you've had in front of you? Like drinkable tickets at a time. Not like how many items are on, like just tickets.
Oh man, probably 12 to 14.
Yeah, I would say the
That's
same thing.
crazy.
And our restaurant has a 2-minute take time.
Oh, there's no way.
It's so hard.
Do they like get onto you if you don't get it out in time?
They'll come
Yeah,
by and look
they'll
at me like
stand
this
in
at
front of
4
the-
minutes.
Oh my god.
Like they'll sit like so. Well, it's not the same now. We have them our tickets faced towards us now, so we can see what we're making. But like when they used to be faced out like towards the servers and the managers, and they used to come back and be like, "This is at 6 minutes. This is at 5 minutes," and that was basically like, "Hurry up."
That's crazy. I'm not ready for that life yet.
It's fun.
It is fun.
It's really
like,
fun.
Like when you get a flow and you're just like going, it's super fun.
And when like there's 2 bartenders on a busy shift, so like you literally are just focusing on the well. You're not trying to balance the bar top and the well. It's really fun.
Yeah.
I mean, you get your ass kicked, I will say, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Oh.
This beer's just weird. I can't lie.
Any more watermelon chunks?
Bro, it looks thick. It looks like
a Bloody Mary.
You want to try it?
I already did.
Yeah.
I was like. I said like.
Every time I did that too, I looked at the camera. I was like, oh.
Oh.
The way he gulped it like that.
And you know the mic caught that.
It's not terrible. It's better than
I thought the
expected,
first
honestly.
thing.
Okay. Next topic. So if you had to say an amount of money, like made it a good night or a good shift, what would you say it was?
Now at my new restaurant, it's kind of sad, but as long as I make over $100, please let me make over $100. But I would like to make at least like 150, please. 150 and higher, I would love. I mean, the most I made at my new restaurant was like 220.
Nice.
Oh, do that.
I was gonna
What's the most
say
you've ever made?
well, let me answer the first question first.
Sorry, they just keep popping into my head.
Thank you very much. I'll answer both.
Okay.
One, I mean, it depends on the day, but I'd say like over 120, I'm like happy. Like I'm.
Yeah.
If I break 100, honestly, I'm probably pretty happy. If I break 150, it's like, okay, that's a good shift.
Mm-hmm.
Most I've ever made, I think I made 480, something like that, 480, 490. I don't think I've ever broken 5.
What'd you say yours? 220?
220.
At your new restaurant or ever?
At the new restaurant.
Yeah,
At my
never.
old one, can I say these names? The Yin Yang Twins?
Yeah.
Okay, so I started the Yin Yang Twins. If you're watching this, shout out you. I was working at the Bees, and
The Bees?
they tipped me $200 cash and $100 on the receipt.
Oh.
And then I made another $200 on top of that, like just from regular. Yeah.
So 6?
So
5? What is
5.
that
3, 4, 5. Yeah. It was like 5.10. So that's the most I've ever made.
math? Nice.
Yeah. I was
Shout
really
out
happy.
Yang Twins. You want to come on our podcast?
We'll interview you. I remember everything about that night, so.
I remember that night like it was yesterday.
I do. I didn't get a picture though, sadly.
At the Bees.
At the Bees. They were sitting in the corner booth.
Nice.
Yeah. And they were like, no
Just
other.
them two?
It was them and a manager.
Nice. Okay.
And they were like, no other person like treats us regular, like because of the way we look and stuff. And I was like, I treat everyone like, the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's probably they gave you a little extra.
That's
I know,
right.
they
yeah.
did
It was
both.
fun. And
Cash
they
is
tipped out.
crazy.
Yeah, they tipped out like another girl, Crystal, and like Alex. They just handed them $100 bill.
You know, if you got it like that, why not?
Yeah.
For
I
real.
would. I'd be like, here you
Here
go.
you go.
We don't mention it.
Yeah, it was cool. It was crazy.
Oh, damn it. What was the first question? Oh, good shift.
Yes.
I would say breaking 100 would be a decent shift, like a good shift. I really would like to make like 130-ish to be like, okay, cool, solid night. But yeah, 100 would be, like I'd be like, okay, cool, I didn't waste my time. I'm just kidding. Honored to be making money.
At least making something.
Right. I always try to tell myself it's more than you walked in with. I try to keep my headspace positive. Doesn't always happen, but I
If
try.
you leave with negative money, you did something real wrong.
You bought food and then didn't make
Yeah.
any money.
I thought that was gonna be me tonight.
Oh God.
Most I've ever made, $5.75, I
Nice.
think. But I was bartending. It's a pretty solid night.
Hell yeah.
I sold Class A and A. That's why the tab was so high. Well, that for one of my guests, but
Shout out them too.
yeah, I don't know their names. They were just regular guys.
Shout out.
Regular guys.
So they were not the Yang twins. But they were celebrating, so Class A and A. Why not?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anything else on that topic?
No.
When you're dealing with tables, like what do tables do that's like helpful, and what do they do that's like makes your job harder? But I think like the most helpful thing, and what I really enjoy people doing, is stacking their plates. But stacking them in the right way. There's sometimes they stack them and it's like big plate, small plate, big plate, and it's wobbly.
Yeah.
That's more hurtful than
The
helpful.
effort is there, though.
Effort is there. I
Definitely.
appreciate the effort,
Yeah.
but I'm like, oh, thank you.
Yeah. Trying to pull it off
Yeah.
like this. So I would say the same thing is I like when they stack them for me and they like try to help me, like they're like, oh, let me give this to you, hurtful when I'm still having them in my hands and they're like trying to grab it and I'm like, hold on, let me hand it to you. 'Cause
Yeah.
then, like if
You have the one
it
back
right
here and they try to grab that
Like-
one? I'm like,
or no, this one right here, and I'm like, I have this one. So
Right, yeah.
that's true, yeah.
Right?
I did
Yeah.
awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still blanking. I guess a hurtful one would be like, well, not hurtful, but I like when they'll like take it out of my hands to help me, like if I'm leaning over, like if it's like a corner booth and I'm like leaning to the back and they take it. The only thing, or like the thing, part of that I don't like is when like I'll be like leaning forward to put it down and they like lean back and I'm like,
And you're still
I'm
slowly
barely reaching as is. Please.
Yeah.
They're all just watching you.
Yes.
I think you're trying to like give you space, but I'm maxed out. My arm
Yeah,
doesn't
literally.
extend anymore.
Well,
What
also,
do we do?
my arms are not as strong as I'd like them to be. So I'm like, please don't please don't give out on me right now.
I just don't want to dump food on you.
With
really,
this
at the end of the
plate
day,
full
right?
of burger and fries.
Cup of soups.
No,
lips.
literally. Not that, like, that's fine. Like, if you want to give me space, that's cool. It's just, like, I feel really weak because I can't reach all the way over there. And then I feel awkward.
Or
I'm like,
bringing
can you help?
appetizers out and like, oh, just put it in the middle, but they have all their stuff in the middle.
Right? Like,
I'm like,
put on their silverware and all that stuff.
I would love to put this in the middle for you.
But I don't talk their drink.
Like, do you end up moving stuff? Like, if you have their meal and, like, their silverware and stuff right there, like, do you, like, move it and then put their stuff
like,
down?
I'll, like, put one plate down and, like, move stuff out of the way, and then, like...
I usually put them on the edge of the table if they have stuff on the middle. I just...
Usually people end up getting it, and are like, oh, I'm sorry, like, let me move that for you, and, like...
They'll realize,
Our last topic. Last call.
Last call.
Last call.
Verbal tipping.
I
can only lead so much.
I know, you're trying your
I'm
best.
so sorry.
I should not have. We tried her out today.
She's doing a great job.
She's doing so good.
That was so rude.
Verbal tipping,
Oh no.
for those of you that don't know, is when someone says, great job, you're such an awesome server, thank you so much, and then do not tip you at all on the actual bill. And
Which, like, my ego loves the compliment.
Love the compliment. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
But compliments don't pay bills at the end of the day, unfortunately.
And I unfortunately get $2 an hour.
Yes, that is
$2.13.
$2.13.
Dime and 3 pennies.
You're like legit compliments.
They'll be like, oh, you were such a great server, or you did such a good job, we really like you, and then they leave nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dang. Like, thanks for the words, but I need money.
Part of me wonders, like, if that's, like, well, if they have, like, if they're not from where we're, well, I don't know.
Well, a lot of people don't know that we don't make.
I was going to say, a lot of people do not know that we don't make minimum wage. Because anytime I talk about it, they're like, you make how much?
Yeah, that's right.
Like, we looked at our checks today. I don't know if you got paid today. I'm assuming you got paid today.
Let me check.
We looked at our checks today, and it's just crazy how many, like, hours versus, like, how much you don't make when you make $2.13 an hour. It, like, literally just covers the taxes. And a couple of times I've owed because I haven't, I actually don't know how it works. But I've owed because my $2.13 doesn't cover my taxes.
Yeah, a lot of servers owe a lot of taxes in a year because...
Yeah. Well, no, I owed mine, like, just randomly. Like, not during tax season. Like,
that doesn't
she
sound
got
right.
scammed.
Someone definitely scammed me.
No, it was Brayden.
He scammed me. He scammed me.
Brayden came to me during the show and was like, hey, like, you didn't make enough, like, you owe $7. And I was like,
You
what?
didn't make enough?
Like my $2.13 an hour didn't cover my taxes on my paycheck, so I owed. What?
That's not a thing.
Yes, it is.
Dude, someone's wrong here.
Text your man. Brayden, if you're watching this, did I get scammed?
We're gonna call someone.
No, I swear. I mean, that's what it was. I just don't know if that. I don't know.
We don't get taxed per shift.
No, because it was like overall, like the pay period. Like I didn't make enough throughout the pay period with my. Why are you?
I've never heard about that ever.
I've owed twice.
That's crazy.
Am I getting played?
I think
Am I
so.
getting punked?
When you find out, you're like, it's a prank. No.
Just kidding.
I don't know.
Okay, anyways. Regardless.
Back to
A lot of
verbal
people
tipping.
don't know that we get paid $2 an hour. So I'm sure they think tipping is just like extra.
Optional, yeah.
Yeah.
So when they're like, you're doing so good, they're not realizing that like we basically pay for them to be here because we have to pay out or we have to tip out on their meals, their drinks, and they're taking up one of our tables, which like it's fine. I enjoy your company. Thank you for coming here. But we do have to pay for you to be there.
We do love a good compliment.
I was
Yes,
and
we do.
I love compliments. Words of affirmation, perhaps?
That's my love language. Just kidding.
It is
I mean,
yours.
it is.
It is yours too?
It is mine.
Nice.
Just
Aw.
feed me with words, please.
Feed me with words.
Like, I could mess up your beer and you'll be like, oh, don't worry, honey, that's so fine. I'll be like, okay, he's fine.
Okay, it's great.
He's great.
He
I
loves
don't
me.
gotta worry about it.
She recommends this beer,
Yes.
and you say it's okay. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, if you say this is great, I'm gonna say, oh, he really like
Alright, any other comments, questions, concerns? Since I stuttered, just ignored it.
Since we forgot to say at the beginning of the episode, we appreciate everyone that supports us and comes in and helps us. make a living until this takes off for us and we no longer have to serve.
But honestly, I kind of still will. I love bartending.
Bartending.
Maybe we'll just make our own restaurant.
Right.
The last call.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
thank you to our employers for employing us, allowing us to
Work. Jinx.
I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah. Okay.
That's
Until next week.
Sayonara.
Bye.